Let's get pedaling. This is going to be a 500-mile poster view of the 2017 Intense Recluse. So the other thing that we're going to be doing today is discussing the 2018 Intense Recluse and how I think it compares to the 2017 and the various upgrades that they decided to implement in the 2018 model. So right now, guys, let's get out to the trail and let's get to it. Let's go. Hey guys, it's Tony with MTBdropIN, and here we promote mental health and mountain bike riding to promote healthy living in the lives of individuals who have suffered from trauma. I know that was long, but that's as small as I've been able to get it so far, but that's what we're about here. So if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about my Intense Recluse. I've owned this thing for about 7-8 months now, maybe a little more, and I have about 500 miles on it. So today I wanted to give you guys an in-depth review and also compare it to the 2018 Intense Recluse. So let's get to it. We're gonna go for a ride today. We're gonna strap on the gimbal. It's gonna be fun, and then we're gonna discuss this whole thing. First, let me let you guys know about the upgrades. I've converted to a Renthal fat bar, 780 width, and a 30mm stem, or 32 or whatever, the smallest one Renthal makes. I've also outfitted this thing with the Invisiframe. You can kind of see the lines right here. It's covering pretty much the entire bike. It's pretty dirty right now. I didn't get it ready for the review, but it is what it is. Converted it to the wolf tooth lever and upgraded to the Fox transfer dropper post. I basically put that in because I knew it was more reliable than the RockShox, and the RockShox was 155mm. This is 125, so I needed a smaller dropper. Another little snazzy upgrade was these. I cleaned up the cable, got the cables all cleaned up. Well, I didn't do it, but Liam from Worldwide Soccery got these all cleaned up and looking nice for me. So that was kind of felt like a little upgrade for sure. This is a stock chain, and I took out one link to get a little bit more of a quieter ride on there. Liam also did that from Worldwide Soccery. In addition, the MRP chain guide and bash guard down here. One piece, bash guard and chain guard, 2-in-1. All right guys, so those are some of the upgrades that I've done to the bike. Virtually pretty much everything else is completely stock. So let's get to it, let's get on the gimbal, let's get rolling. Okay, so one of the things I'm trying not to do is forget about Strava. I'm like, my New Year's resolution is to like actually use this thing. All right. All right. So the Intense Recluse has been a very reliable bike for me to start off with. It's been reliable. It hasn't, nothing's gone too crazy to where I couldn't get it to do what I needed to do if I had a trip or something like that. Granted, I haven't been flying anywhere or anything like that, but I'm just saying, for where I've gone, it's always kind of been trustworthy and got me through what I needed to get through. But this bike, its intended purpose is a bike that it's like middle of the range. And people talk about how, well, who's the middle bike for? Like, who wants the cross country? Like, usually someone either wants cross country or enduro. Like, who wants the middle? I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, because that's what I want. I want that middle of the road bike that's comfortable with climbing, that's set up and ready to get crazy. Like, this bike, from what I understand, has a pretty like enduro leaning geometry, but that has a nice seat tube angle to actually get over those rocks and feel comfortable climbing. And the fork is actually a 36 diameter fork that is ready to party. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Wrong gear for this. Okay. Whoa. Okay. This is like one of the tricky spots for me, but whatever. I'll just keep going for today. Whew. Okay, keep going. Okay, sorry about that. Would have been cool to get over that in the video though. I like that little rock. I feel all accomplished whenever I get over that like nothing, but today wasn't the day. Okay, so this bike is like middle of the road. It's got a short chainstay, so that means it's going to be more playful on the descents. Yeah, it's not like, you know, so certain bikes, when they have a bigger chainstay or longer chainstay, it means that it's going to be more stable in the descents. This one could get a little wobbly, but I like that. I like a bike that feels playful and it's kind of like, gets a little fun, I guess you want to call it. Whoa, that was scary. I should have stretched. Usually I'll stretch. Today I didn't stretch, so I was like, let me just try to get a little stretch in right now. I'm on the bike. I almost killed myself. So there's gonna be a Patreon extended cut, I think, of this video. So I just want to thank all you guys on Patreon for stepping up and helping out, keep this thing rolling. Because honestly, guys, at this point, it's literally because of you guys at this point that I can justify this right now. You guys are really making it able for me to just justify continue doing this, you know. So basically, you plus the ad revenue is actually making it like, you know, it makes it doable for me, you know, being a family man and being able to justify this to the wife, you know. So I want to thank all you guys for that, because without you, I don't know if I could justify keep continuing doing this. I really don't. And you guys are really, even though I'm not like a BKXC where I have 1,000 subscribers, I'm a family man. Like, this thing's got to be bringing in something in order for me to justify some of the time that I put into this, you know? And really it shows that I think we just hit 32 on the patrons, and it really shows that like that to me is a big number. It's 32 people. That means that this is really striking a chord with people. And it's, I mean, if I can get 32 you are on board, then I must be doing something that's really encouraging you guys, helping you guys out in your life, bringing entertainment, bringing encouragement. So that's exciting to me. This is the punchiest, steepest little climb on this thing. Ah, shoot, I should sit down, get my butt on the seat. Okay, come on. Let's go up the heart. I shouldn't have went up that little rock thing. I felt too confident. Oh well. The game today is just to keep going. So anyway, let's get to the bike now. So the things that stick out most to me about this bike that I enjoy thoroughly is that the short chainstay in the back. Oh, sorry guys. I really enjoy the short chainstay. I like the playfulness of the way the bike feels under me at higher speeds. Some people just don't like that. They don't, that's preference. But I like it. The other thing that sticks out to me about this bike is that I feel aggressive in this bike. I feel like there's not a lot of bike under me. And I'm riding a medium at 5'6". So for me, this bike to feel a good size for me, this feels nice. I had to actually convert this thing though to a 32, I believe, millimeter stem, because the 50 just it felt too large. But once I slammed the stem, it felt great. And I didn't actually switch it till later, around Christmas, because I didn't realize how uncomfortable I actually was until I rode a small version of the Recluse. Okay, I believe I SRAM 1x11 X01 on this thing, and it's been very reliable. I like the way it shifts, feels smooth. But I believe the issue that I'm having with it is because I keep my bike in a bike closet. But one day, I think my wife might have been a little frustrated with me, and she threw all my stuff on top of my bike in the storage closet. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, blah, blah. And ever since then, I've been having derailleur issues. So I'm pretty sure it's because of that. So the other thing that really stands out to me on this bike is the 36 fork, which I mentioned. And it's a 36 diameter stanchions. That means, because Fox has 32, 34, and 36, and then downhill version. So what that means is Fox has a fork that's 32, which is only this. The stanchions are this much diameter, 34, 36, it just gets bigger. So 36 is pretty beefy. It's usually only found on enduro bikes, but the travel is only 150 in the front. So this bike could have probably gotten away with a 34 in the front by its geometry. I was looking up some of the specs of the front frame, and they're very similar to the Yeti SB5, which has a 34 stanchion. But I guess the lunch ride version of that went up to a 36 with 160 in the front. I'll double check that later, because I'm kind of a little bit just wanting to make sure, because that's a pretty big fact to mess up. So to answer this question, who is this bike for? This bike is for the person, I believe, that likes to be comfortable climbing, but likes to have some extra ammo for the downhills. That's how I would describe this bike personally. Other bikes I've tried feel like they lean a little bit enduro, they lean a little bit cross country, but this bike feels like it's like the most middle of the road bike for me and my riding style. I would say the trails that I generally ride are pretty much all enduro leaned. I'm not a crazy jumper, but my friend is a very good jumper, and he has the Recluse, and he has 20, 30 foot jumps on this bike like all the time, and sometimes doesn't even land it right. So this bike can handle it. This build that I have is the elite version, and this elite version is carbon rims and different hubs compared to the version that's right below this. And right above this is the factory version. So this is right before the factory. So guys, if you have any questions about this bike, feel free to ask, because I'm probably not going to cover everything. This is just my 500-mile impressions. Now, after, probably one of the biggest questions people have is, after you've owned the bike for a while, do you desire another bike? And I can honestly tell you, this bike, I am going to be disappointed when this bike is outdated, because I don't know if there's anything out on the market right now that really does it for me like this bike. The Evil Calling is supposed to be kind of like was the other one that I consider to be second in place, because I was going to buy this one or the Evil Calling, and I chose this one. But I felt the Evil Calling was a really good middle of the road bike for me, but I have to give this one more climbing points than the Evil Calling personally. And somebody might disagree with me, because guys, one of the things that goes into demoing a bike and trying a bike and getting the right bike for you is, I always tell people, get out and try it and compare it, because we all have different body mechanics, different muscles that are stronger than others. So the way one bike feels on one person may not feel the same on another. So it's so important to get out and try it for yourself. But in theory, I believe this thing has better like geometry for climbing. But like I said, I am not like a guy who knows all the specs and everything. So you might be able to look at the specs and go, nope, that's wrong. So just a little disclaimer there. Oh my gosh, the heck. So just to give you guys a little update, I've been riding clips for like 2 months now, 2-3 months, something like that. And one of the scary things for me was not being able to get in clipped when I needed to. That was case in point. I was able to get out, use my springy cat-like reflexes, trying to get tiger reflex. Oh yeah, in terms of other bikes on the market right now, I would probably look at, for me, I'm interested in the Yeti SB5 and the Yeti SB4.5. But the problem I'm having is that I feel if a 4.5 is too cross country, and then the SB5 is a little bit too much enduro. So I'm yet again like trapped, or just like still coming back to this bike because I feel like it's such a good middle of the road Swiss Army knife for my needs. Alright, so we're gonna be heading down the trail. I haven't done this channel, I already blonked the gimbal. Alright, let's go. Gotta get my hips. It's all in the hips. Yo! It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Ah, crap. It's all in the hips. Alright, guys. Woo! Alright. Oh, well, I didn't get that. Alright, now we're going to crash into this little technical section that always kind of freaks me out. Just kind of falling with style. And this crazy little Kaka switchback. Alright, switchbacking. We be switchbacking. And the dirt is so nice right now, actually, up here. It's usually like kind of poopy. Oops, breaking too much. Uh-oh, holy caca. Okay, falling with style is how I feel today. Okay. Woo. All right. Oh, one of the things I've always loved about this bike is it just goes. I mean, like I said, it feels like it's partying underneath you, but it gets you over it. You feel happy. Oh, crap. Okay, not good. Reset. Okay. Okay. Funness. All right. Okay. Okay. Woo! Oh man. Okay. All right. Ready for the next. Uh-oh. Oh man, I'm breaking in all the wrong spaces. One thing I've been working on is working on that braking before the corners. You know, that was pretty decent, but just gaining more confidence in braking forward. Right now, I'm totally not doing that, but I'm getting better. Woo! Oh, okay. I haven't done that trail in a while, and I wonder if I broke my PR. It wasn't the most amazing ride, but definitely noticed some improvement in some areas. All right, what do I do now? I think oh, not so bueno on the turn. Oops, already off to not so great start. Okay. Woo! Into the corner. Blast it. Actually didn't blast it, I kind of pushed the brake. Woo! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, totally braking bad. Braking bad. Right here. Let's get pedaling. Oh no, sucked at that one. Woo! Almost made that third one. It's okay to be tired. Yo! Off the brake in there. Oh, nice. I just hit that like step up jump better, step up jump double thing better than I ever have. Okay guys, so I'm back from the ride. So basically, like, you know, we talked about the bike, we talked about, you know, what I thought of it over the course of the year and everything like that. But let's talk about now what is different about the 2018 model of the Intense Recluse as opposed to this one. So with the 2018, you're getting a different stem. I believe it's the Intense stem with the carbon bars. So I think it's a much better, because with the 2017 model, you got basically aluminum Renthal bars and a Thompson stem, which I really didn't like. I ended up changing both of them. So actually, I would pretty much like consider like keeping the Intense carbon bars and not going with Renthal depending on the vibrations. I've never tried Intense carbon bars yet, but that might be I think that's a very good step in the right direction for the 2018. People are going crazy over here. So stem and bars, nice upgrade I think for the 2018. Now, the other difference about the 2018 is the SRAM Eagle drivetrain. They basically took off the X01 1x11 and put on a SRAM Eagle drivetrain, which is actually kind of a downgrade in a way, except you get the whole Eagle, which makes you feel like you're getting an upgrade, because who doesn't want the Eagle? And I hear the Eagle functions just as well as the higher end, just not as light. But the thing that's different that I do not like about the 2018, I'm thinking, is I really like stiff cranks. And the cranks on the 2018 model are carbon. The next race face carbons. Now you just get the SRAM Eagle on the 2018, like aluminum or whatever the heck they were, you know, but they're not carbon though. So that's kind of a bummer on the 2018. All in all though, I think it was smart to go with the SRAM Eagle though drivetrain. So good job on the 2018 for that. The other upgrade you get on the 2018, which I think is kind of cool, kind of not, is that you get a Kashima rear like X2 shock, which is cool because I think you get the adjustability and everything, but it's ugly. You just missed like a Kashima shock rear with a black fork and a black like post. I think all should like look the same. Like if you're gonna have Kashima, it's Kashima. If it's the performance black suspension stanchions, then go with that. So, but that's the other gripe I have about the 2018. But then again, it's cool to feel you get a Kashima X2 shock on the rear end of your, you know, mountain bike. So all in all, good job, I think. Good job. Not I think, but good job. I think it's cool. Because now all I gotta do is get a Kashima fork if I really want to. The only gripe that I have currently about the 2018 Recluse Elite is that I do not like the colors as much as I like this one. This thing has got an amazing color scheme. I just don't really like that silver and blue and that blue, yellow and black. That being said, I really like how they do look though when you have the Kashima factory parts. So I think the yellow and black and then the blue and silver look good on the Elite, but it has to be the factory like setup, and I think that was cool. I feel like they designed two colors and of frames to look good with the factory parts and not necessarily with the performance, as this bike looks good with whatever you put on it. That's just my opinion, you know, like you can't have it all, and I know that might not matter to some people, but for me that was like a thing. My wife's an artist. I'm very particular about like colors and all that stuff like that. So that's it. That's what I think of the 2018 model in comparison to the 2017 Intense Recluse Elite build. So now what we need to do is check how I did on Strava and see if I broke any records. All right, it says I broke like 8 records, so let's see what I did. So I broke some climbing records. Ooh, I did break my 215 enduro record. Ooh, I broke my overdrive like record by 3 seconds, so that's another good one. Did okay today, especially since I had the gimbal on. Like I felt so good today. Definitely sloppy, but I'm working on my style right now, working on things. But again guys, it's MTBdropIN. Remember guys, what we're doing here is combining mental health and mountain bike riding to make a difference in the lives of individuals that have suffered trauma. So I know that sounded kind of like getting through, but I'm trying to sum up for you guys what we are doing here, trying to get into a smaller and smaller sentence. Like one of the things I love about BKXC is that what his channel is all about summed up in one sentence: riding the best trails in the world. Boom, done. So I'm trying to do that, but what I'm doing is a little bit more complicated, but I'm getting it smaller and smaller to make it clear for you guys and to understand what you guys are gonna get from this channel. So guys, it's Tony with MTBdropIN. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely, if you want to support the cause and everything we're doing here, go check out Patreon. Your pledge a month is worth so much, and it's helping me take this thing to the next level by every person that signs up. So guys, again, it's Tony with MTBdropIN. I'm dropping out today, guys.